What is our nationality? What is our true identity? And it's in this book. And it don't say Methodist. It don't say Pentecostal. It don't say Episcopalian. Y'all notice none of those words are even in this book. But if somebody asks you, oh, what's your religion? What's your belief? You can say, oh, I'm a Methodist.
Right.
Does God tell us to be those things in this book? I don't know. That's the question. That's the question of the hour.
We are Israel united in Christ. We teach our people who we are according to the Bible. Like the officer was just mentioning. Anytime or any place that we go and we ask our people, who are you? It's either I don't know, I'm African American, I'm black, or I'm Baptist. You understand? That's not a nationality. So Isaiah 1 and 3. Now, let me ask y'all real quick. Who believes in the Bible?
Or who don't believe it?
Or who don't believe in the Bible? Do y'all believe in the Bible? We all believe in the Bible. Okay. So we're going to go into this Bible, the King James Version, and we're going to bring some things out, all right, pertaining to our people. Watch this, Isaiah 1 and 3.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3.
Uh-huh.
The ox knoweth his owner.
Now, listen. It says the ox knoweth his owner, meaning whatever animal you have, they know who their owner is, right? Do y'all have any animals? Huh? You got a dog? That dog know exactly who you is on it. All right, it said the ox knoweth his owner, right?
And the ass his master's crib.
That dog know how to make it back to the house too, right? All right, the ass is referring to a donkey. It said the animal know who his owner is and where he come from. Come on.
But Israel.
But who?
Israel.
Now Israel, a lot of times we hear Israel, we think about the place, right? But remember, Israel is a people as well. Mm-hmm. All right, it said, but Israel, the people, right?
Doth not know.
They don't what?
They doth not know.
They don't know who they are. They don't know where they come from. They don't know who their king or their master is. That's what it said, right?
Right.
Come on.
My people.
My people. That's how you know when it say Israel, it's talking about the Israelites. It said my people. Come on.
My people doth not consider.
They don't even consider who they are. Now, when we constantly call ourselves African Americans, we think that's cool. Now, let me ask you, you say you was 50, right? So you've been here long enough to see that our names have changed a couple of times, right? Have you considered why? You see what I'm saying? So just change it with times. Are we considering why these things changing?
Eliminate the negativity from your mind. That's what I feel.
Yeah, exactly.
Get rid of the negative names.
Exactly. So my point was the thing that we don't even consider. We just go with the flow. We just go with the flow of things.
So to a certain extent.
You understand? Yeah. So watch this. Psalms 83. Now we're still hitting on showing our people that we are the Israelites. My guy, how old are you? You 57. What's your name? You said what now? Shannon? Shannon, I'm Isaiah. All right, I'm gonna interact with you as well. All right. So watch this.
The book of Psalms, chapter 83, in verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Keep not thou silence, O God. Mm-hmm. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God.
So this is King David praying about his people. I forgot you was in the back, bro. Come on.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Thy what?
Thine enemies make a tumult.
It says thine enemies make a tumult, meaning a secret gathering. All right, come on.
And they that hate thee have.
And they that what?
And they that hate thee have lift up the head.
Come on.
They have taken crafty counsel.
So these enemies, they took crafty counsel, right?
Against thy people.
Against thy people. Remember who is God's people? Israel, the Israelites. Right. Come on.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
Against thy what?
Hidden ones.
What was your name again, bro?
Me.
Yeah. Who?
Brian.
Brian. Mm-hmm. Now notice it said thy hidden ones. Yeah. You understand? So to be hidden, what does that mean? That means you put away, you put off somewhere, we hiding you. You understand? And that's how they done us through changing our names, our nationalities, and stuff like that. Yeah. Come on.
Verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
So the enemies, the ones that hate the Israelites, they came together and agreed in the terms of, you know what, we got to come together and we got to destroy this. We can't have black unity. We can't have so-called Mexican unity. You understand? They come and divide us. Read.
That the name of Israel
That the name of Israel, the Israelites, read.
may be no more in remembrance.
Guess what? We don't even remember that we was once called Israel. You understand? Now we run along with the term of African American, Haitians, Indian. Deuteronomy 28. So what we're doing is furthering proving that we are the Israelites. But what I'm showing y'all, I'm taking y'all through the course. I'm showing y'all the course of what happened, how we got stripped from that. How y'all doing? Doing well, doing well. What we're doing right now is just showing our people who we are according to the Bible. We had the privilege of, what was your name again? Tracy. Mr. Tracy allowed us to come through to speak some wise words from the Bible for you, brother. Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. How do we know we're the Israelites? Are we just making up some things? Are we just reading through the Bible and making it just about us? Read. Watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Notice how it keep on bringing up Israel, 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 right? That's because that's God's chosen people, and that's who he was talking to throughout this Bible. All right, it said, these be the words that Moses spake to all Israel. Now watch this, Deuteronomy 28. Now the same book, we went through the reference and showed you that he was speaking to the Israelites. Watch this, Deuteronomy 28:15.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Watch this, Mr. Tracy.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So Moses is giving warning to the Israelites. All right, he said, if you don't what?
Hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
It said, if you don't hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, read.
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
read,
shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So Moses was telling the Israelites, look, God said, if y'all don't obey and hearken to his voice and take heed to the commandments, curses are going to befall you. They're going to come upon you in these days. Now, let's read one of these curses. Verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Now, we in El Dorado right now, right? So, let me ask y'all, where do our people populate the most here in El Dorado? Like, do we have a suburb somewhere out here?
Yeah, that's gonna be in the inner city.
In the inner city. All right, so what about if we went to Little Rock, Chicago, Memphis? Any place that you go and you're going to, in a city, to find us, you're going to go to the ghetto. You're going to go to the slums. You're going to go to the housing authority. You said the inner city, right? All right, so they said cursed in the city. Now, what's some other things? How old are you?
62.
You 62. You from El Dorado? So what's some evil things that you've seen in your time in El Dorado?
I seen a lot down in the Thunder Zone.
Okay. Yeah. Somebody was talking about that. The councilman. Yep. So okay, let's hit on that for a minute. What was the reason for the what you call it? The thunderstorms? Huh? The thunder zone. What was the reason for that? Why did our people have to go into that?
You go with thunder then? Thunder then.
The crack era.
Right.
Yeah. I'm saying, why did our people have to go into that?
It was an addiction.
Where did it come from?
At the time, it came from Texas.
Okay. My point of what I'm making reference to and showing you, it's not us that put the drugs here. That stuff came the same way we got all these type of different guns. You know what I'm saying? The same way we got all these foreign drugs going throughout the community. It ain't just start with us. They put that, just like we read back in Psalms 83, that was a crafty counsel that they took upon themselves. You know what? Let's put dope in the community. Let's put dope in their cities where they live at. You understand? And so now all of us zombied out on dope. You serving your grandmother, your auntie, your mama, your daddy. You know, we stooped that low to where we was killing our own people. You understand? But that's an example of being cursed in a city. Read on.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field. Who do you know that was picking cotton in the field? What people, Mr. Tracy? Us, right? Now, is it, y'all know any white people that pick cotton? I'm talking about as a people. What about the Chinese? What about the Arab? Why is it just us? Why? Because it's making reference showing you that we are the Israelites.
Think about it like this. Because it's not a race thing. It's not the race is hate, race campaign, black. No. The point of the Bible, when you read the scriptures starting in the time of Adam, God always dealt with direct people and direct persons. In the book of Genesis, you read about Adam. Then you read about Noah. Then you read about Abraham. And you start to see God is dealing with a specific lineage and a specific group of people.
Right.
God promised Abraham that he's going to send a promise through his seed, through his children. Y'all familiar with that? The covenant God made with Abraham? Those same children became slaves in Egypt. Moses delivered them. These are the children of Israel. What we're reading in the book of Deuteronomy, what the officers bringing out, these same children who God called the children of Israel, he made a covenant with them. God told the Israelites by the way of Moses, tell them that if they keep my commandments, I'm going to bless them. If they break my commandments, I'm going to curse them.
Right.
That's what God said to the Israelites. The first curse we read on verse 16 was, my people, the Israelites, will be cursed in the city. What the officer's explaining is, it's ironic that black people, that Negroes, no matter where you go on this planet Earth, you're going to find us in the slums,
right,
in the ghettos, in Section 8. You turn on the TV, you can see it.
Right.
We're the ones in what they call a trap house.
Right.
What race of people brag about being trapped outside of us? Or what they call it, the bando.
Right.
We over there with the boarded up doors and the boarded up windows, we breaking in those to seek asylum so we can smoke our dope and whip that pot. Ain't nobody else going through that. Do y'all think that's a blessing or a curse? Section 8 housing. That's not a blessing, that's a curse.
Right.
Potholes all in our streets, that's a curse. Food deserts. Because guess what? You're not going to find, is there a Whole Foods out here? Is there a Trader Joe's in El Dorado? What about Aldi's? So where are you going to get fresh produce at? Oh, but they do that to us though. But you go to West Little Rock where the other people, the palm colored, they got all the resources they need.
Right.
They got the palm color. The palm is the lightest spot on your body. But the lightest people on the earth got the most benefits and blessings on it. But it's weird because the darkest people are the most gifted,
right,
are the most talented. We're the fastest. We're the smartest. Whenever we go to school and whenever we make something of ourselves, we prove that we're the best every single time.
Right.
But how is it possible that we the best at everything, but we the bottom in the base of society? Homeowners Association, black people at the bottom. Farmers Association, black people at the bottom. But we got athletes, we got entertainers. Something ain't adding up.
Right.
We got all these people with super max contracts. But when you come to El Dorado, when you go to Wynn, when you go to Mariana, when you go to Brinkley, it's still people that look just like those superstars living at the bottom in the base of society.
Right.
Showing you what? That surely there is a hex on a group of people. You telling me 1 or 2 white men managed to put 200 to 300 black male and female slaves on a boat? That's divine intervention by God. These are curses. It's not a coincidence that we populate the rundown neighborhoods.
Right.
And read the bottom of verse 16 for me real quick.
Yes, sir. Verse 16.
And curse shall thou what?
And curse shall thou be in the field.
And it's not a coincidence that one white man can be walking in a field and got 100 Negroes in check. When Master walk by, what we do? But it's 100 of us. Why we ain't stand up against that? Because it's a curse that God put on his people. And it took a psychological, mental, and spiritual hold on us.
Exactly.
Y'all understand? And every time somebody did try to rise up, what happened? They killed them. They buck break them. You know what they did to a black man when he tried to run away out of slavery? They're going to make an example out of you. And when they find you, it's not just going to be, they're not just going to kill you right there. Now we're going to bring you back. And we're going to show these other niggas why they should never run away.
Right.
Whether they put they put a horse on one foot and a horse on the other foot and split you in half. Or they'll make, y'all know how we go to the movies now? Oh, I want to go see Sinners. I want to go see Avengers. You know what the movie was then? A lynching. They going to put out flyers on all the trees, on all the doorposts. We lynching a nigga tonight. If you want to see it, just come out. And they put it in our face. There's a place in Little Rock right now called Hanger Hill.
Yep.
What they used to do over there? Hang niggas. Now we claim it as a gang. It's a bloodshed over there. Hang a hill, Suwu, Paru. Okay, you got it, bro. But guess what? We claiming things that degrade us as a race.
Right.
Because not only are we divided by Crip, Blood, Vice Lord, GDBD, and whatever else, because now they don't just do it by gang, they do it by streets now.
Right.
Meaning you could be a blood and be into another blood because you're all from different streets.
Yeah.
They divide us through gangs. They divide us through religion. Oh, what do you mean by that? In the black community, you got Christians, you got Muslims. Even in Christianity, you got multiple denominations.
Right.
Baptist, Pentecostal, Methodist, Episcopalian. I'm learning more denominations by the day.
Right.
How, as a race, you go to China, y'all think in their neighborhoods they all different religions, or you think they believe the same thing? You go to Saudi Arabia. Tell me, in Saudi Arabia, do all the Arabians not believe the same thing? They Muslims. And they women, they dress, they all do the same thing. You go to the black community, you never know what you're going to get.
Right.
You might get a Rasta. You might get a person that believes in chakras and stones and you know, doing a little thing in the bowl. You might find an atheist. You might find it, but you never know what you're going to get. Why? Because God said his chosen people will be scattered and destroyed and have no sense of identity of who they are. Watch this. Get Jeremiah 17:4. Hope y'all following what we're saying. It's a different age now.
Right.
It's a different age. We can read now.
Right.
In slavery, they didn't want you to read. Why? Because they knew in this book. Who saw the book of Eli? They know that in that book lies the words that we need to be digesting and ingesting. Watch this. Read what you got.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4.
Uh-huh.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
God said his people in the last days will have no sense of heritage, no sense of identity. When you think of black culture, what comes to mind? Music, dancing, soul. Let me guess, soul food. Oh, when we start eating that? Slavery. Pork chops ain't black heritage.
Right.
Pig feet ain't black heritage.
Right.
A lot of that stuff was taught to us in slavery. Here, y'all eat the crumbs that fall off the master's table.
Shitless.
That's good. And what you notice is now a lot of our people waking up, they're not eating pork, but guess what a lot of our people still eat? Catfish, shrimp, crab, lobster, crawfish,
oysters,
seafood boil, or what they call it on YouTube, a mukbang. A mukbang. They just get a bunch of unclean foods and we eat them and stuff our faces while we talk. What if I told you, according to the Bible, the children of God, the holy people, the Israelites, were never supposed to eat crab? That's why a lot of our people are allergic to that stuff. And you get iodine poisoning. You ever meet somebody and they say they're allergic to fish? Yep. Those are usually the fishes that they're talking about. Why? Because we were never supposed to ingest those fishes. Right. Crabs are the filtration system of the water. Right. That's why they're there. God created every animal, every insect, everything for a specific purpose. Right. And he did not create crabs for us to eat them. Guess what? It's nobody that can go clean the ocean. It's too big. God created animals. I'm going to put y'all in the water, and y'all job is all the feces that whales and sharks that they spit out. Y'all fishes are going to be in place to eat them and clean the water so that it all don't turn brown. Right. Why y'all think the water turning brown now? Is because we going and eating all the fishes that's supposed to be cleaning it. Right. God says that's out of order. That's unclean. And because the Israelites, who we are, did that, he sent curses on us as a race. Read Jeremiah 17:4 again. Read that.
Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
But we don't know nothing about that because we discontinue from our heritage. If I ask you, what did we eat before slavery, what would you say? I couldn't tell you. What was because if you ask somebody, man, I'm going to go get some home cooked food from grandma, everybody can think of the same thing. Oh, greens, cornbread, chicken. How's that we all know that? Because that's what was taught to us in America. Who heard of unleavened bread before? Unleavened bread. Native American. That's what, and I'm going to get into that too, because believe it or not, the Native Americans are who God calls Israelites. That's right. They're from the tribe of Gad. Right. That's why Native Americans had fringes on their shirts. That's why they dwelled in tents certain times of the year. That's why they celebrated certain holidays. But we don't know nothing about that because when the so-called white man came over here, he took all this land and pushed them on reservations. Y'all take those little spots over there and we're going to put crop dusters and we're going to destroy all that anyway. That's why when you go to Colorado, you go to Nevada, you go to a lot of these places, Native Americans, They going through the same thing that black people going through right here in El Dorado.
Right.
We just don't look at it and we don't talk about it. And a lot of times we disassociate ourselves, not realizing that we are the same people.
Right.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the same people. We just come in different shades, colors,
That's right.
and hair textures. We all descend from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Us as the descendants of Jacob in the last days must wake up to who we are. But God says, my people will discontinue from their heritage. They will forget who they are. Read.
And I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
God says, my people, the Israelites, I'm going to cause them to serve in another land that they know nothing about. When we was on the west coast of Africa, in Benin, and Dahomey, and Yehuda, and all these different places, when they came and put you on that boat, did you know where you was going? Y'all niggas coming with us. Shotguns to our heads. Get on the boat. Get on the boat. Go, get. Yeah, but this the thing though. When you say our own people, we use that term because we think that everybody in Africa was the same people. Think about it though. It's different tribes in Africa. It's different countries in Africa. But everybody, yeah, they the same color, but not the same people. That's the thing. I'm going to show you that in the Bible real quick. Because the Israelites were slaves in Egypt, right? Are the Egyptians black? The Egyptians were black. The pharaohs were black. The slaves was black. But two different people. Read Exodus 11 and 7.
The book of Exodus, chapter 11 and verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
So although the Egyptians and the Israelites were the same color, there's a difference. What's the difference? Their DNA, who they are, who they descend from.
Right.
So when God flooded the earth in the time of Noah, Noah still had 3 sons with him, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. Ham is the progenitor of the quote-unquote dark races,
right,
or the Hamitic tribes, or the Nilotic people in Africa right now. Those will be your Sudanese and your Watusis. That's when if you go on Google and you search Sudan, South Sudan, or the Watusi tribes, you're going to see a real tall, black, lanky race of people.
Right.
They real black, they real tall, they got real big feet, they skull structures, they look different. Manute Bol, think about Bol. Do Manute Bol and who's the center, Dwight Howard look the same? No, they both tall, they both black, but they're obviously two different nations of people. So when we were in Africa, we were enslaved to the Hamitic tribes or the Kemetic tribes. They sold us because they understand it. If you go to Africa right now and ask them they the same people, what they gonna tell you? No, you a kata, you a nigga.
Right.
We're not the same.
Right.
Now, is that to say there are people not in Africa? Absolutely not. There are people that still look like you that live in Africa. But there's a difference in the races and a difference between the tribes.
Right.
The people that were sold were the Israelites, according to the Bible.
Right.
Israel, the children of Israel. They were sold on boats to the so-called white man for their disobedience against God. And now in 2025, they have no idea who they are. They call themselves African American, Negro, color, and black. When God calls us Judah, Benjamin, Levi.
Right.
These are the names that we lost. We descend directly from Jacob. That's what we're showing you in this book that's been collecting dust in a hotel, at your house, at the church. When the pastor just opened the book, he land on the page, Jesus wept. Thank you, give me 10%. Get ready for your blessing, for your blessing. Okay, pastor, but my question is, why do we go through what we go through? Why are our communities poverty stricken? Why do we have so many single parent households? What's the solution to these problems? Why we got gout at the highest rate? Why we got, sickle cell, more than any other race on this planet? Why we all diabetic and pre-diabetic? Why my grandfather dying from cancer? What we got to do to overturn these conditions, Pastor? Oh, don't worry about that. Just wait on your blessing to come. I've been waiting for my blessing for a while. And God told us what we got to do to receive blessings. And it's not just scream his name and shucking and jiving. Real quick, go to Revelation 22. Revelations is as New Testament as you can get. We're going to go to the last book and the last page and see how to receive blessings from God. Read 22 and 14.
The book of Revelation, chapter 22 and verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments.
God says he blesses his children when they do his commandments. Come on.
That they may have the right to the tree of life.
These are going to be the people that inherit eternal life, the kingdom, paradise, the people who keep God's commandments.
them I gonna be a pray one day. Oh, what time for rise up, rise up. This are your kingdom of fall right now. Your time up, time up. This is the work of God. This are your kingdom reach to the stage of decadence. The water rise up and it's very evident. We come to claim our roots and take back our heritage. We were never savages, taken from the decayed state. No my kindred wake, meditating scriptures and increase with faith. While leading reach destruction await. Bind them kings with chain. Oh, what time to rise up, rise up. This are your kingdom of fall right now. Your time.
Hey, Shalom, Most High in Christ bless. This is Captain Immanuel. Subscribe to IUIC Arkansas on YouTube. First and foremost, scan that QR code. Follow us on all platforms to help us push this truth. Facebook, Instagram, X.com, TikTok, need I say more? Everything. Just type in IUIC Arkansas and hit the follow or subscribe button, all right? Most High in Christ bless.
Little bro, what's your name? Josiah. Josiah? You know that's a king name in the Bible. King Josiah. Josiah. What's some things you like to celebrate? Birthday, okay. Mother's Day, Father's Day. Christmas. Okay. Tell me, are any of those holidays in the Bible? Okay, so we said somebody celebrated Christmas in the Bible?
I mean, it's not the same thing.
I remember.
So I'm here to tell you today, because I done been through this whole book. Christmas ain't in there. Not for us to keep it, not for us to celebrate it. For one, Jesus Christ was not born in the winter. For two, he never told us to celebrate the day he was born to begin with. These are customs and traditions that was taught to us by man. What if I told you that God gave us holidays or high holy days that we are supposed to keep? Did you know that? He did. So Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, is the book and chapter where God lists out the holidays that he wants us to celebrate. All right, Josiah?
Sure.
Yeah.
He just started verse 1.
Okay.
All right, so like what he making reference, a lot of things that shaving our beard, shaving our head, calling ourselves African American, celebrating all these holidays. We learned all of those customs here in America. So along with everything that he's bringing out, we learning now our culture. Now we're about to read about the days that we're actually supposed to celebrate.
Right.
All right, verse 3.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23. We can
on
start at
one.
verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say to them concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feasts.
So the whole chapter of Leviticus 23, you will read about all the high holy days that we're supposed to keep. All right, as a nation, this is not an option. These are things that we're supposed to do. All right, read.
Verse 3. 6 days. 6 days shall work be done. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest.
Read.
And holy convocation.
So it said the 7th day is a Sabbath, and it's also a holy convocation. So what's the 7th day of the week, Mr. Tracy? Huh? You said what?
Saturday.
It's Saturday, right? What's today? Saturday. So what is today?
We ain't supposed to be working this Sunday.
And you said a lot like throughout the because you said you met us before, right? So you know a lot about us. So when are you gonna start taking actions? Like what's the hold up? Like what's your hold up?
My hold up is,
Yes, sir.
I can't really tell you.
Because I see it.
I get a God just ain't made me do it yet. You know what I mean?
That's all like that. That's all. You ain't ever really thought about it like that.
Okay.
That's usually how it is.
My hold up.
Okay.
This
So
train is a barber Tuesday through Saturday. Saturday is the busiest day of the week for us because most people are off work. So
see, I'm a barber. I'm a licensed barber.
we ain't never really thought of. I ain't never really thought about it. Right.
So
Yeah, that's just
I
how
got
it
you.
is.
I got you. Because like you said, Saturday is or it can be one of the busiest days. It just all depends on how you make your schedule though. Do you go by appointments?
Yep, I do.
So you can stop your Saturdays and start working Mondays because the Lord said, read it again. He said what?
6 days.
6 days. That's your options. You got 6 days, but that 7th day, you not supposed to be working. That's a commandment. You understand? So.
Hey, can I say something real quick? The thing I like, the one thing that always made me want to be a barber, but I just know I ain't gonna be no good at it, is you can make, like, you are your own boss now. Now, granted, if you work at a shop, you got somebody who got to pay for that booth. But as far as what you do with your hands and with your body is 100% up to you.
Right.
It's just a matter of how much you love God.
Exactly.
So, I'll read it again.
Read it again.
6 days shall work be done. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest.
Right, so today is the Sabbath. We're not supposed to be working. We're not supposed to be buying. We're not supposed to be cooking.
Right.
We're not supposed to be doing nothing. We're supposed to be having a holy convocation. Guess what? When we get back to Little Rock, we're going to dwell with our brethren and sisters and congregate and keep the Sabbath because that's a commandment. That's one of the top 10. You understand? Let's get there.
It is the 10 Commandments.
Yeah, that's Exodus chapter 20 because a lot of people got the 10 Commandments written on their wall. And all we know is thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. What about idolatry? You understand? You know when you work on the Sabbath day, you put yourself before the Lord. So not only are you breaking the Sabbath day, now you're in the midst of idolatry. You understand? Watch this.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day.
It says remember because he knew that his people was going to one day forget what Sabbath day is or what day it's on. Read.
To keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
So is that not what the Lord did? He said he made the earth and the waters and everything 6 days. And on the 7th day, what did he do, Mr. Tracy? He rested. He giving you a day to rest. He know you tired. So don't do it to yourself. Just take off. You know what I'm saying? Rest. You know what I'm saying? It's a mental and a spiritual reboot that we need throughout the weeks in this captivity.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.